Hi, Paul Gorney from Luxury Living in Chicago, taking a look at Winnetka, Illinois, one of the highest ranked suburbs in the Chicago area to raise a family, some of the highest ranked schools in the state of Illinois and in the country in some instances, ranked by niche.com. Great place to live, regarded by many as just one of the premier places along the lakefront in Chicago. So just reach out, text, call, email anytime with any questions, small or large. I've been selling in Winnetka for 30 years as one of the top ranked agents in the Chicago area. Happy to help with whatever you need at any point, even questions, no problem at all. So looking at Winnetka, we're going to look at some maps and we're going to get into some details so you can really get an idea what it's like to live here, because coming to Chicago and living on the North Shore, where Winnetka is one of the North Shore suburbs, gets a little bit confusing and overwhelming for people. They wonder about schools, access to transportation downtown. You know, what's it like to live here? Like parks, recreation, things to do for kids. You know, what kind of programs the park district have, sports, all these things. I mean, they all come into play. And then, you know, you have your beaches and your golf clubs and things to do. So let's take a look at a map right here of Winnetka, give you an idea. So here's Winnetka, right up along the lakefront of Chicago. And you can see the beach here, Tower Beach, which is a beautiful spot to go with family, go and hang out. And you can see some of the photos here of the beach. And it's quite beautiful. So great place to go. You can go, you know, bring food, you can get food, you can hang out at the beach. There's just some beautiful things to do, and the waves on rough days are just crashing in. Really quite a sight. So great place to be. And you can see right by Tower Beach here, there's a lot of real estate in the neighborhood. So a lot of homes close by, winding roads, many winding roads, as opposed to like, you know, just straight streets by the Tower Beach area. And the homes in Winnetka, typically the median home price is right around $1 million typically. There's, you know, 30 to 50 homes a year that sell between 3 and 5 million. Many of the more expensive homes are closer in to the beach area, you know, into this eastern area of Winnetka. Then if you zoom out a little bit, you can see that, you know, there's other areas of Winnetka that are a little bit further away from the beach, and the home prices will be, some of them will be a little bit more reasonable, meaning you can get homes under $1 million. And there are some beautiful subdivisions mixed in there, though, where you have lots that are large, you know, half an acre to an acre or more sometimes. And the homes can get, you know, to be more the luxury market as well, similar to the ones that are close to the lakefront, but they just have more land because they're a little bit further away from the beach. So the schools are another thing to consider in Winnetka. Some of the most highly ranked schools in Illinois by niche.com. Here's Hubbard Wood School. There's a variety of schools. The school system in Winnetka has been studied nationally. It's a very well-known school district. Other school districts have modeled themselves after the Winnetka School District. So the schools are typically really well thought of and highly ranked by many of the sites like niche.com. So, you know, something to consider. And then, you know, the interesting thing about Winnetka is they have a Winnetka Music Festival, and it takes place in Hubbard Woods here. Zoom in over there. So Hubbard Woods is a business district, very kind of quiet and quaint compared to other areas, you know, around Chicago. But they have a great park, and they have a music festival. They have a train stop that will take you downtown. They have a Grater's ice cream, always good. Lots of great restaurants, very like kind of hustle bustle, brand new park, very nice. It's kind of like one of Winnetka's 2 downtown areas. So they have another more traditional downtown area, just about a mile, a little bit over a mile south. And there you'll have all kinds of coffee shops, juice shops, restaurants. You can see it here, and always keeping in mind that you are right here, very close to the lake. So you can bike to the lake, walk to the lake, run to the lake, and then there's just some great parks that are, kind of mixed in to all these areas. So very beautiful parks. They have a Winnetka Children's Festival on the last day of school for all the younger kids, like 4th grade and under, and even though the older ones go. And they have slides, pony rides, games. It's really a lot of fun. So another thing is, in the second area, you'll see there's another train station right here. So there's 2 train stations in Winnetka, one around Hubbard Woods and the other one in downtown Winnetka, also close to the library here. So the feeling you get in Winnetka is, really a strong sense of community. It's very close knit. The high school is very large, that feeds into the adjoining suburbs, but the grade schools and the middle schools are all, not that large and very highly, it's kind of like a private school within a public school many times, the schools in Winnetka. So there's so much parental involvement, so much community support, and it's a public school. So it's pretty strong environment for friendships, education, just a community feel, just, a lot of good stuff, and people really enjoy it quite a bit. So looking at Winnetka overall, you see the beautiful lakefront here, and a lot of people will ride their bikes up Sheridan Road here, and people will ride bikes up to Wisconsin, go through these beautiful areas. A lot of running, kayaking, paddle boarding. It's a really active place to live if you are inclined to be active. There's a bike trail that also will go way, way up north, the Green Bay Trail, and it runs right along the Metro tracks, which is the commuter train. It'll take you downtown, and it's right here, and it'll keep going for miles and miles. I don't know how many miles. I've ridden it. It's a long ways, and it's really, a great time and very beautiful. No cars, just along the train tracks, very quiet. You can run, bike, people with strollers in there. The other thing to keep in mind with Winnetka is it's right next door to Kenilworth, which is a even smaller suburb, which has a great beach and a lot of beautiful, a lot of beauty to it. New Trier High School is right here. This is the high school that Kenilworth, Winnetka, Glencoe, Wilmette, Northfield, all these areas feed into. And so if you live in Winnetka, you're not more than a short walk, short bike ride, or very short car ride to the high school, which is a great thing. And the high school has tremendous academics, clubs, sports. They have sports that are no cut. They have great camaraderie. I mean, it's just, it's a lot of fun. So people like it quite a bit. And just call, text, email if you want any information on new construction, off-market properties. There's a lot that sells off-market, especially right now in Winnetka. So, you kind of have a leg up sometimes if you get something early. And just reach out if you need anything at all.